Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this Thursday, July 30th, 2020, bringing you said information out of Washington, D.C. pertaining to the stimulus checks, Part 2. Donald Trump is wanting to give more money than the $1,200 that was allotted previously for the American citizens. He is hoping to have more money administered to the American people for the stimulus checks number 2. And so far, there has not been a vote on the said amount that will be released to the public. I also want to say that he wants to say that he cares about the people. So I guess he wants to make sure you all get a little extra money in your pockets, in my pockets. We will see how that unfolds. As I've said to you, there's still 35 million people, at least 35 million people who have not received stimulus check number 1. So that's a problem. And so I can't even imagine waiting till the end of the year just to get stimulus check number 1. And now they're trying to come to an agreement, the Senate or whatever, on and the House on check number 2. Okay, that's my first story pertaining to the stimulus checks and Mr. Trump. Now there's an issue with the voting. Mr. Trump has been tweeting away as usual that he feels like he does not want paper voting because he feels like there will be a chance for foreign agencies to intercede, and this has been a notion that's been brought up by allegedly the Democrats, thinking that there could be some interceding of foreign agents into the voting process. And Trump is basically saying that he doesn't trust mail-in votes. But naturally, our government is aiding this mail-in vote because of the COVID-19 and the spreading of the virus. Then you also have to count there are people who are not mobile, they do not drive, and they may not be able to get out and or get someone to take them out to the voting polls. So that is the said information pertaining to the mail-in vote. Trump thinks there may be a problem. He thinks there'll be some fraud involved, which I find interesting because the Democrats, as you may call them, assumed and thought that there was Russian intervention into the last vote 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. So it's interesting that now Trump feels they may intercede into the mail-in vote. Don't you find that ironic? That the Russians were accused of intervening and having some play into the last voting process, and now Mr. Trump is worried about mail-in votes and fraud taking place with mail-in votes from the American people. And he's also wanting, this is the topper, he's also wanting to postpone the November 4th elections, to push back. And it's like, why? Oh, yeah, that's right, because of the mail-in votes. Some people feel like this is just a ploy to get him to haul off and use the mail-in votes as an excuse in case he doesn't win the election. He can use the rules that, well, I lost the election because the mail-in votes weren't accurate and there was misleading information pertaining to the mail-in votes, and some may not be accurate or turned in on time. And that's why I lost the election. Well, that's the said information from the BBC. You may check it and verify the said information. That is information coming out of Washington, D.C. right now. Donald Trump wanting more money to give to the American people for the stimulus check number 2. And he's also wanting to postpone the November 4th election if people are going to be voting by mail, because that is his top priority and concern for today, is that he believes there may be fraud with the mail-in vote and it may cause a problem come election day. It is never ending with this blockhead. But anyway, that's the 411 from number 45. And when I get another update pertaining to the stimulus check or anything else pertaining to COVID-19, Covina, I will bring you the said information, the voting process, and any other viable information I think that you all might want to hear about. Thanks for joining me. The short video. Praying that you all are staying cool out there. Mask up if you're going out. Be safe, everybody. And also, if I don't make a video by tomorrow, have a safe weekend. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. And this is Everyday Shenanigans. You all have a nice afternoon.